Today we're going to be talking about observational data. The data that you see here is what's called a 2x2 table or tabular data. And what I want to discuss is this formula for observational probability. The observed number of outcomes of A divided by the total number of outcomes. In this tabular data, we have row and columns. The columns represent location 1 versus location 2. The columns represent defective versus working. Then we have row totals, which is the total defective and the total working parts, so the 300 and the 1200. Then we have column totals. So for location 1, that's the number or the total amount produced at location 1. So that's 800. For location 2, that's 700. And we can ask to calculate probabilities with this observational probability formula. So, for example, if we were asked to calculate the probability of defective, well, this is going to be the observed number of defective divided by the total number of outcomes. The observed number of defectives, it doesn't specify a location. So it could be location 1 or it could be location 2. And so that would be 175 plus 125. That's 300 divided by the total number of outcomes. That's the grand total. So that is the sum of everything on the interior here. 175 plus 125 plus 625 plus 575. That'll give you 1500. Okay, and we can simplify this to be 3/15, or simplify it further to be 1/5 or 20%. That's a problem if you own this company. Okay. If you were to ask, what's the probability of location 1? This would be, let's do location 2, actually. So let me change that. Having a little problem here with the eraser. So location 2 now. Well, probability of location 2, this would it doesn't specify whether it's defective or working. So this would be 125 plus 575. That would be 700. That's the total number of observed parts at location 2 divided by the grand total of 1500. So 7/15. Okay, so just under half are produced at location 2. Okay. We could ask for one more example here, which is what's the probability of location 2 and defective? The probability here, well, we need to meet both criteria. There's an and here. So this and tells us that we need location 2 and defective. That's 125. That's how many are observed, divided by 1500. And this represents the proportion of defective, or the rate of defective at location 2. And that's about 8.3%, 33. Okay, so that was just a little bit of an illustration of this formula for observational probability. Thank you for joining me.